But if haply God will come into the mix. You see, it says Satan is seeking who he can devour, but God is seeking who he can bless. And he comes into your midst, and he finds that you are corrupted. He will say, you know what? This tree doesn't bring forth good fruit. You see, the fig tree may have looked promising before with the leaves. But when they came back, it was withered from the roots. When God is done with you, there is no hope for you. Some of us, I could hear praying, give me the strength, the belief to serve you. As though God isn't real. We serve our problems. We serve man. We serve our bosses. For some of us, we serve our spouses in their presence. But for God, we say, I need strength. No, you need faith. When everything starts to change in your life for the worse, something has got to be activated. A seed cannot live and bear forth a tree if it first doesn't die. If you don't die to the sins of this world, you cannot live a day for God. Some of us, we stand and we say, well, God didn't see it. God doesn't understand. But God says, I try the reins of every man's heart. And as you think you are standing on the true foundation, a firm foundation, it says in Hebrews, take heed to where you stand, lest you slip and fall. Because you're on a false foundation. When you're on ice and you see the road underneath the ice, you think you're on a good foundation. Until your car begins to slip and slide. We interpret it as slipping and sliding, but I'm going to interpret it as shaken and stirred. When we are in the great storms of our life, we are shaken and stirred. When Paul was in the ship, he was about to go to trial in Acts, he was shaken and stirred. Peter, when he was in prison bars, he was shaken and then stirred by the angel to get up. When in the times of Jesus, when he went ahead and he was preparing to die, he was shaken and stirred. We have to understand that God, what he does is he will shake and stir you so that the spirit man can be activated. You see, the flesh doesn't have an answer for things. You will find that in the world that many people come to God in the greatest accidents in their lives. I was driving down the road and then I lost control. I was shaken and stirred. Thank God he found me. Or it would have been too late. It's not about life or death. It's not about my flesh. I may have broken a few ribs. I may have gone ahead and lost my sight. But praise God, I could now see. Praise God, now I could walk. It's not about walking naturally. It's about walking by faith. It's not about seeing naturally. It's about seeing by faith. It is not about speaking naturally. It's about speaking in faith. I thought it was all the multitude of words that I say when I preach and teach and pray. But it's all about the soundness of it. If souls aren't converted, the word did not save. If people are not converted, souls are not saved. If minds are not converted, then the word did not save. So we have to learn that if something is wrong within our lives and we don't feel the presence of God, be fearful, because what comes next, if there's love for you, is that you will be shaken and stirred. I want saints, you guys, to understand that the road is not for the swift, and the race is not for the swift, but for those who can endure. But some of us think that our endurance is enduring the things that our mind entertains, which is why it's becoming more difficult to serve God. If you want the endurance, you have to get your mind right. When there's someone who's running a marathon, they have to get their minds right. That's why they have to find the right trainer. That's why they have to get the right apparel. That's why they have to eat the right things, because they have to convert and reconvert their minds. This race is not for the swift, but for those who can endure to the end. If you're not feeding your spirit what is needful, if you're not feeding your mind what is needful, if you're not feeding your souls what is needful, don't think it's going to perform the way that you want it to. Feed it what it needs, and it will exceed your expectations. God bless.